Hi, this is Mike Brown with the New York State Notary Public Association, and thank you for visiting our page about getting your New York State Notary Public license fast. So, what's the purpose of getting a Notary Public license? You're going to get instant respect at your place of employment by increasing your team player visibility with management and your coworkers. Every office needs a Notary Public, doesn't yours? And if you're looking for a job, this is what puts your resume right at the top of the interview pile. So I'm your instructor if you decide to go ahead with this class, Mike Brown. I've got a BS in occupational education. Education has been my passion, and an MS in administration. I'm the founder of the New York State Notary Public Association, and you get free membership with the class. There's 50,000 notaries in New York State, and we have 25,000 of them members in our association. So I've taught over 450 live notary licensing exam prep classes throughout the state. And I've developed the online version 11 years ago. We're on our third learning technology platform, always upgrading to the latest learning technology. So this is not a quick Zoom class. This is a self-paced online notary licensing system. So over 50,000 students live and in person, and also combined with online classes. So we've heard every question, and they're all addressed inside the learning software where we develop your critical knowledge. And we've had less than 1% of our students report failing over the last 20 years. And this is a picture of me. This happened to be in a New York City event, Midtown New York City, back a while ago. Okay, so getting a New York notary license fast. It's 5 easy steps. Study for the state exam. It's $77 with our online prep. And there's going to be a link below this video where you can click and go over and look at that and decide if you want to do it. So 1/2 a day to complete, or take as long as you want. Some people you'll see in our student testimonials finish it in as little as 5 hours and go take the exam the same day. Other people linger in there for months. They just take in their time and maybe they're not so motivated. It's really up to you. When you go to take the exam, you pay $15 and they let you in. You need a government photo ID. You're going to bring two number 2 lead pencils with you. And it's one of those test booklet and answer sheets where you fill in the circles. We've all been there. You're going to get 40 questions in 1 hour to answer them. A lot of our students report finishing it in 15 or 20 minutes. Now, you only need a 70% to pass this exam, which means out of 40, you can miss 12 and still pass. And then this is a lifetime license. You never have to take this exam again. It becomes like a driver's license. You just need to renew it every 4 years. There's a $60 fee to renew it every 4 years. So after you take the exam, you're going to wait for the pass notification. It's going to come in the mail, usually within a week. And you're going to get the application that they mail you notarized and upload it online to the New York State website. And there's instructions that they mail you how to do that. And then you're going to pay $60. And then New York State will email your license, usually within 1 week. So you can be licensed in as little as 2 to 3 weeks, or take your time. Since it's self-paced with 24/7 access, you can repeat, pause, go forward, backwards, whatever your schedule is, and it'll accommodate you. It's much better than a live event in that respect because it's, for example, it's very good for our English as second language people because they like to stop and do translations and look things over and see it many times. It's really up to you and where you're at. So you get access to the licensing system for up to 8 months. Now, believe it or not, you can finish this in half a day, and some people, probably their boss asked them to be the notary, and they're just not that motivated. They hang out in there. So it's really up to you. You can get it done fast, and you can turbo boost your resume, and you're going to have this thing, and you'll never look back. You'll never regret getting it. It's not really hard to do. So you're going to study for the state exam on our $77 online prep. We've won many awards for adult education with that over the years. I mentioned we're on the third learning technology. We upgrade every time a better one comes out. So there's walk-in notary exams, which have resumed in New York State with no new restrictions, and they're in every major city on a weekly basis. So our class has been updated for 2024. And it's approximately 5 hours, and it's 24/7 internet access. I mentioned you have 8 months to do the 5 hours of training. It's approximately 5 hours. Everybody's different. 99% plus never repeat the class for free if failed. So we guarantee if you fail for any reason, and we've been running online training for over 11 years. This is not like a quick Zoom class or something. This is sophisticated learning technology with learning psychology, and we make it fun to keep you engaged. So we've had over 50,000 students since 2002, and less than 1% of them have reported failing to us. You're going to get free membership in the New York State Notary Association, and that's included. And I mentioned we have Best Online Adult Education Award in New York State 2015, 16, 17, and 20. We're waiting to see if we can do that again. They stopped giving awards out during the lockdown. So it's the fastest and easiest way to get your New York Notary Public license. If you're going to look at any other online training, make sure they have reviews. We have hundreds of student testimonials that are unsolicited on our website. We'll show you some screenshots of those here shortly. So if it's 5 hours self-paced with access to pause and repeat all you want, it's really convenient. You can do it at your job. You can do it at home. If you can't sleep at night, you can get up and do it in the middle of the night. It's fun to do. Even though it's a law lecture, I'm not guaranteeing it won't help you get back to sleep because it is still a law lecture. But it's interactive practice exams. After you watch lectures, there's 5 lectures and 5 practice exams. So we have over 1,000 questions to cover everything that can be on your state exam. We have PDF downloads in there to use at your desk, little cheat sheets for after your license, and you're going to have a hotline to call us for procedure questions after your license. And we're going to continue your training after your license with the Notary Association monthly, and sometimes as much as 3 times a month. We send refresher training videos in the newsletter and updates on the law, which are usually at least twice a month. Twice a year in New York State, new laws are issued. So there's 7 video training sessions in there. There's 5 of them are the core, and then you have unlimited practice exams sessions in there that every time you push the button, you get a free new practice exam to stay sharp. Exams are easy scheduling because now they're walk-in to a location near you, so you're just scheduling yourself and deciding when to go. So it makes getting a notary public license like getting a driver's license once you get this thing, except unlike a driver's license, this will give you job security, greater visibility at work. It'll make you the team player in front of everybody. Your coworkers and your employer will appreciate you. So it's optimized on the technology. You can use it on an iPhone, an Android, a tablet, an iPad, a laptop, or a PC. Obviously, the bigger the screen you use, the better. And you can start your online notary class now for only $77. So what's the walk-in exam details? It's $15. You pay it at the door when you go to the exam. You need to produce a government photo ID that's not expired. It doesn't even have to be a New York State ID because people from other states that commute and work in New York can be a New York notary using their job address to qualify. So right now there's 10 exam testing centers for the full schedules in 2024. And you can take it. It's the same exam anywhere in the state. And we want to warn you to follow the instructions exactly as written. If you get there without your number 2 lead pencils and you're in there, you don't want to put yourself in the position to have to beg somebody that was well prepared, kind of like being back in grade school, right? So this is the kind of an exam it is. You're going to fill in A, B, C, D, and it's going to be a really good exam experience for you. You'll see that in the student testimonials that we have. They actually have fun taking their exam. It's fun to finish a 1-hour exam in 15 or 20 minutes and walk out of there while everybody else is still sitting there waiting to be told to put their number 2 lead pencils down at the end of 1 hour. Okay, so we just promised you to give you a few screenshots of some of the testimonials. So we have hundreds of them on our website, but we serve government agencies, large and small corporations. For example, we did official training for NYPD, City of New York, all kinds of agencies up and down New York State, nonprofits, and most importantly, individuals who are improving their resumes and career status with this lifetime New York State Notary Public license. What I mean by a lifetime, it's a lifetime commission as an officer of the state of New York. Once you pass this exam and get your application, which is your oath of office to be sworn in as a notary public of New York State, in there, you're never going to have to take the exam again like a driver's license. We like that analogy. Here's a government legislative liaison to Albany County Comptroller Annie Lee. I took the online lessons from Mike and passed my Notary Public exam easily. Mike is a very experienced and detail-oriented teacher. A good teacher. I asked for his advice when I started to notarize for people. Mike's ready to help, patient. As he promises, he's a man of his word. If you look for a Notary Public lesson or answers related with Notary in New York State, Mike is my recommendation. Thanks, Annie. That makes me blush. But you can see here that she contacted me after she was licensed through the Notary Association hotline. We continue to train you at no extra cost, and we answer your procedure questions um, after you're licensed. And, the reason we do that is we like to help people, but also we get a lot of referrals from you folks because you really appreciated the licensing procedure with us, and they like to have other notaries in their office, and they refer their friends and people that want the same thing that they have. And here's another one, Lizette Charles. I purchased the online class and it was money well spent. The instructor, Mike, takes all the information from the law book, makes it so simple and easy to understand. I studied the material for a few days and passed the exam on the first try. So some people take a few days, some take a few weeks, some people do it in one day. I received the pass slip in the mail exactly 9 days after I took the exam. If you need to become a notary for work like I did, you will not be sorry taking the class. Okay, let's just see what else we got here. These are ones from inside the training platform, and there's hundreds of them in there. The materials are very easy to understand, and the instructor, Mike, make the review text so on point. I took the exam and passed. Now you might notice there's a little grammatical error there. These are English as a second language students, right? We don't correct the testimonials, we print them, and there's nothing shameful about making a grammar. They passed a New York State law exam being English as a second language, so we're proud of these testimonials with little typos in them. Worth every penny from Jennifer Quinones. The videos are very informative and funny. The prep tests are more than helpful. Mike makes it fun. So I try to have fun. I use a sense of humor in there because actually that's a learning psychology. It's going to keep you engaged. We try to make it interesting. We don't just have a boring lecture where you're just going to like read some laws and not understand them. We explain them. We develop your critical thinking, and you'll work inside the course, but by the time you get to the exam, that's the fun time. That's time to celebrate. Here's Chantal Barales, New York State Notary Public Association Notary classes. So this was on our Google Places. I passed the New York Notary exam on the first try thanks to the online courses that were very helpful. Okay, here's a few more. Took the exam after taking this course. And this is Nicole Lawton Bowles. You notice they have their whole name, and a lot of them on our website even say the name of the company they work at in New York State, so you know that those are original. This person took the exam in New York City, and as soon as they said open the booklet, I went at it. This is the second time I took this exam. The first time I took the exam, I just read the notary law and didn't pass. So she tried studying on her own and didn't fail taking this course. She took this course and it was night and day. I purchased this program on August 2nd. I studied the whole program all the way up until the exam time. The questions was a little different, but it took me less than a minute to answer each. I literally was out of the exam site in less than 20 minutes. And this was in 2019, but we still have these kind of reviews here, and this video is being shot in 2024 in January. She got a pass slip, and I don't want to read the other ones, but anyway, free membership in the New York State Notary Association with the class. You're going to get monthly video newsletter with refresher. In December last month, we did 3 of them because there was so many new laws coming out. They added remote online notary licensing, which is another course we have that you'd have to do after getting this basic license, and then you can charge $25 a signature, and you can notarize for not only the whole country but even foreign countries. There's some restrictions on that. It has to do with with United States guidelines. Hotline phone number to answer your questions, your procedure questions. We get calls almost every day from people. They've taken classes with us even 15, 20 years ago, and we're glad to answer the phone and get back to them and tell them what to do, what the law says. New York State has a hard time, answering their phone and helping that way. So new law updates, it's my experience in 20 years teaching this that every year there's at least 2 new laws published, and we go ahead and do a quick newsletter video and update everybody on the procedures to keep you out of trouble and keep you current. And of course, discount notary supplies because we get a volume of supply purchases, so we have really good prices for you: notary stamps, seals, logbooks, journals, the kind of things you're going to use in your notary licensing career. So you can click the link below to get started and look at the course, or call for more info and speak to me, Mike, at 347-427-9091, extension 1. And if I'm on another call, I will call you back on the same day unless it's after business hours. We'll get back to you the next day. And that's it. Thanks for being here with me. And if you choose to go forward with this, you'll never regret it. This is the best move you can make for your career, no matter what your career is. Everybody needs notary publics, and you'll become indispensable and visible even with your upper management wherever you work. Okay, we'll see you on the inside.